This is Hollywood. Matías Bombal with you. Warner Brothers brings us a revamped 1960s TV classic ramped up to the speed of director Guy Ritchie's style with The Man from U.N.C.L.E. If you've wondered what those letters stand for, it represents United Network Command for Law Enforcement. The characters from the original TV show of Napoleon Solo, Ilya Kuryakin and Alexander Waverly are embodied in this big screen version by actors Henry Cavill, Armie Hammer, and Hugh Grant. We find Solo and Gabby, played by pretty Alicia Vikander, being rescued just in time by U.N.C.L.E. operatives, who now debrief Solo in this scene.
You told me this was going to be a simple extraction.
It should have been. I didn't ask you to light up half of East Berlin.
They were waiting for me.
Don't flatter yourself. They follow everybody.
What was waiting for me was barely human. You should have seen it run.
Grow a spine, Solo. Contrary to what you may think, we are not in the haberdashery business.
I don't think you understand. It tore the back off my car.
Remind me, Solo, how long was your prison sentence? You owe me 5 more years. Now, I know you've been taking care of yourself on the side, wetting your beak, so to speak. We don't pay you enough to be able to put truffles in your risotto, Solo. But don't ever make the calamitous error of mistaking my deliberate short-sightedness for blindness. Now, you report for duty tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. sharp. And with a better attitude.
One of my absolutely favorite actors working today, right there in that scene, Mr. Jared Harris, outstanding in his personification of Agent Sanders, a part that's not used as extensively as it should be in the movie, I think. He's just given Napoleon Solo, played by Henry Cavill, a reality check, but more discomfort is about to appear as he's about to be teamed with Ilya Kuryakin, the KGB agent that he has nearly just been killed by. They're not looking forward to working together for the greater good, but must bite the bullet and try. It's here that they plan to move undercover with Gabby to infiltrate a mysterious organization trying to proliferate nuclear weapons. Ilya and Gabby are to pose as an engaged couple, and in this scene the 2 male agents decide what's best for Milady's fashion.
Soviet architect traveling to Rome would never dress his woman in the clothes you try to put her in.
You try to dress her like someone on your side thinks someone dressed behind the Iron Curtain.
She's from behind the Iron Curtain.
That doesn't mean she wants to bring it with her. We need 2 purses, please. And every day in clutch. And grab that belt. No, not the Dior, the Rabanne.
You can't put a Paco Rabanne belt on a Patou.
She's not going to wear Patou.
What's wrong with the Patou?
Nothing. If you're fat, the Dior goes with the Rabanne.
It won't match.
It doesn't have to match.
Have you seen the price of this handbag? It costs more than my car.
You can get back on your horse now, cowboy.
I'll see you in Rome.
When in Rome, lovely Miss Vikander there. She's certainly been lighting up screens quite a bit since her big splash in Ex Machina, along with Armie Hammer in that scene as Ilya Kuryakin. The movie has excellent photography, and the colors are lush and vivid, likely due to the skillful work of John Matheson. The repartee between Solo and Kuryakin has an overly simplified comic book nature rather than the stylish tongue-in-cheek which may have been intended. Here's an example of just that, but also showing the lovely use of camera and lighting.
This is a Swiss-built Wortbender Landsman 7010 model. Still very difficult to open. But it's not impossible. People who designed this model are not very good at stealing things. I, however, am.
Did you deactivate alarm?
Model 7010 doesn't have an alarm.
Loving your work, cowboy.
Although entertaining to watch, this movie does not come near the excellence of the recently released Mission Impossible Rogue Nation, a movie in a similar genre. Unlike some period productions that look like they capture a time and place, this has a sparseness to the overall look of the picture that makes it too clean and like a make-believe movie set to be realistic in bringing the period to life. As an example, I'd compare the look of period TV shows Boardwalk Empire with its lived-in look to the short-lived television show Pan Am, which looked squeaky clean and plastic as a visual illustration of the difference in production values. Henry Cavill's character of Napoleon Solo has a stiffness that makes him seem more like the animated cartoon character Archer than the original Solo of the TV era, who was played by Robert Vaughn. Granted, they are different people, and I do like Mr. Cavill as an actor. I think the fault here is the script and the direction. Where there might have been a camp or charm value, it falls flat. Of course, there's plenty of chase scenes on land and on the sea around Naples, and the locations are the real places. In one spectacular stunt, Solo drives a giant truck onto a boat. Not an easy thing to shoot, and only one take would get it. I only lament that it happened to be a classic Mercedes-Benz truck. Look at the stunt here in real time, taken on the location, but from an angle not used in the finished movie. Ouch! Vehicular abuse. Overall, this movie is not a waste of your time, but it might have proved more exciting had it been released before the superior spy movie, Mission Impossible Rogue Nation. Guy Ritchie uses a lot of screen separations and clever editing of sequences, some very good, the rest a little gimmicky, enough that you notice the device or optical effect and can lose thread of the story. And that is a fatal error. The leads remind me of the comic book Spy vs. Spy more than the original TV series elements, and thus this is a spy vs. spy stylish adventure that is fun to watch, but doesn't gel due to the script's plastic dialogue. The Motion Picture Association of America has given this a PG-13 rating. This is your pal Matías Bombal, bidding you a fond farewell.